little fox.
The Wind in the Willows. Episode 1. It is spring.
It's springtime!
Shouted Mole.
Smell that fresh air. But my house is so dusty and dirty.
He said.
I need a bucket. I need a mop. It's time to clean.
He stood on a ladder to dust a bookcase. He moved a chair to clean under it. He even polished the doorknobs.
The kitchen is spotless. The pots and pans are all washed. The floor is next,
said Mole. Back and forth Mole scrubbed the floor.
Ow!
He groaned.
My back is sore. My arms are sore too.
Mole threw the scrub brush down.
Forget it,
he said. Mole grabbed his blue coat. He ran up a tunnel to the outside.
Up we go, up we go.
Mole's head popped out of his hole.
Wow, the sun is bright.
Mole jumped out.
The grass smells sweet,
he said. He rolled in the grass. He chased the butterflies.
This is so much better than cleaning,
said Mole. He ran across the meadow.
Stop!
Yelled an old rabbit.
You must pay 6 pennies to run through here.
The Wind in the Willows. Episode 2. Boating with Water Rat. Mole ran past the rabbit. The old rabbit fell over. The other rabbits came out of their holes. They grumbled at the old rabbit.
You should have yelled louder,
A gray rabbit said.
You should have been bold,
Said a small one.
You should have told him the rules,
Said a rabbit with a red ribbon. But Mole didn't care.
What a fine day for running,
Said Mole. Suddenly, he stopped.
What's this?
Asked Mole. He saw something new. A river. He sat on the riverbank.
The water is so blue.
Said Mole.
How the waves sparkle.
Mole looked across the water. There was a hole in the other riverbank.
What a cozy place to live,
Mole said. A small face popped out of the hole. It was the Water Rat.
Hello, Mole.
Said Water Rat, waving his hand.
Hello, Rat.
Said Mole.
Would you like to come over?
Asked Rat.
Of course.
Said Mole happily. Rat stepped into a little boat by his hole. He rowed over to Mole.
Step in,
Said Rat.
This is my first time in a boat.
Cried Mole. Rat was surprised.
What? Well, nothing is as great as being in a boat.
The Wind in the Willows. Episode 3. On the River. Rat's boat was beautiful, and it was blue. Mole sat down on a cushion. Rat began to row.
This is so nice,
said Mole.
Yes, it's perfect for 2,
said Rat.
It doesn't matter where we go.
It doesn't?
Asked Mole.
No, what's important is to enjoy the ride,
said Rat.
Are we too near the riverbank?
Mole asked. The muddy bank was getting closer. Rat didn't seem worried. He was humming and rowing. The bank was very close now. Scared, Mole looked from side to side.
Look out, Rat!
Yelled Mole.
We're going to crash!
The boat hit the bank and Rat flipped in the air. Rat landed on his back.
Oh, Rat, are you okay?
Asked Mole.
Of course.
Said Rat, smiling.
Oh, I'm so happy you're fine.
Said Mole.
Why don't we row down the river?
Asked Rat.
We can spend the day together.
All right.
Mole agreed.
Oh, wait a moment.
Said Rat. He brought out a basket from under a blanket. Surprised, Mole asked,
What's inside?
Cold chicken for lunch.
Said Rat.
Rat, you have everything in your boat,
Cried Mole.
and I am so hungry.
Mole was happier than ever. The Wind in the Willows. Episode 4. Getting to Know the River. Rat rowed and Mole watched the waves. Rat pointed to a rock near the bank.
Look,
Said Rat.
that is where I caught my first fish.
But Mole didn't hear him. He was too busy enjoying the river.
This is all new to me.
Grinned Mole.
The river is my world.
Said Rat.
I don't want any other.
But it must be boring sometimes.
Said Mole.
Never.
Said Rat. The river passed by some dark woods.
What's over there?
Asked Mole.
That? It's the wild wood.
Said Rat.
We riverbankers don't go there much.
Are folks nice there?
Asked Mole.
The squirrels are all right. Some of the rabbits are nice too. But you can't trust the weasels.
Said Rat.
Badger lives in the wild wood. He's my friend.
Let's go see Badger.
Mole cried.
That's not a good idea.
Said Rat.
Badger hates visitors.
Rat and Mole paddled into a small pond. They tied up the boat and stepped out. Rat spread the blanket. He opened the basket.
Let's eat.
Cried Rat. As they sat down, bubbles popped up on the water. The bubbles moved closer to shore. Splash! A new friend popped out of the water.
Hey, why wasn't I invited?
Laughed Otter. The Wind in the Willows. Episode 5. Mole Overboard. Rat was glad to see Otter. Otter was a riverbanker.
Otter, this is Mole.
Said Rat.
We're just about to eat.
Sounds came from the bushes. They all looked. It was Badger. He pushed through the leaves. Badger stared at them. He said. Badger turned and went into the bushes again.
He didn't say hello.
Said Mole, surprised.
I told you.
Rat said.
Badger likes to be alone.
After lunch, Rat packed up the basket.
Guess who was on the river today?
Said Otter.
Who?
asked Rat.
Toad, he's in his new racing boat.
Said Otter.
Toad is always trying new things.
Said Rat.
But he's never good at them.
Laughed Otter.
Well, I'm leaving. Nice meeting you, Mole.
Mole was putting the oars in the boat.
We're going too.
Said Rat.
Oh, Rat, please let me row.
Cried Mole.
Not yet. You need a few lessons.
Said Rat. Mole climbed into the boat. Rat hopped in and untied the boat.
Rowing can't be very hard.
Mole thought. Quickly, he grabbed the oars.
Stop! You'll make us tip over.
Cried Rat. The boat tipped back and forth. Mole lost his balance. Spush! They fell into the cold water. The Wind in the Willows. Episode 6. Mole Gets a New Home. The water was cold. Mole could not swim.
How stupid of me!
Mole thought. He started to sink. Just in time, a paw grabbed Mole's fur. Whoosh! Mole's head popped above the waves.
Oh!
Gasped Mole.
I've got you.
Said Rat.
You'll be all right.
He pulled Mole to shore.
Rat, I am very sorry.
Said Mole.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Laughed Rat.
What's a little water to a water rat?
He pulled the boat to shore. They stepped into the boat again. This time, Mole sat quietly on his cushion. Rat took the oars and rowed.
We'll be home soon.
Said Rat. Rat's home was a very cozy place. Its shelves were full of books.
Sit down and warm up.
Said Rat.
I will light a bright fire.
Achoo!
Mole sneezed.
Here are slippers and a robe.
Said Rat.
Put them on, Mole.
Together, they ate a fine supper. Then, Rat sat with Mole by the fire. Rat loved to write songs and poems. He told Mole many stories of the river.
You should stay with me.
Said Rat.
I'll teach you to row and swim.
Thank you, Ratty.
Said Mole.
You are a good friend.
The Wind in the Willows. Episode 7. Toad Hall. Rat and Mole waved at ducks from the riverbank.
Rowing and swimming are great fun.
Mole said. Mole felt like an expert now.
Here is a poem for the ducks.
Said Rat.
Ducks can swim on the river. Ducks can swim on the sea. Ducks can swim most anywhere, but not in an apple tree.
I don't like your poem much.
Said Mole, smiling. The ducks stuck their heads under the water.
The ducks don't either.
Laughed Rat.
I was wondering,
Said Mole.
could I meet Toad?
What a great idea!
Rat said.
We'll paddle right there.
Mole untied the boat. Rat rowed them down the river.
Toad must be very nice,
Said Mole.
He is very friendly,
Said Rat.
but not too clever.
Not everybody is clever.
Said Mole.
Yes,
Agreed Rat.
but Toad, well, he thinks he is more clever than he is.
The river curved as they rowed along. Suddenly, a grand house came into sight.
There's Toad Hall.
Said Rat. Rat rowed the boat to shore. They climbed out and walked to the house. Many boats were piled up on the grass.
Oh no,
Rat said.
Toad is finished with boating. I wonder what he is up to now.